Okay, we continue with our weekly meditations. And today I want to start with the factors of enlightenment. And mindfulness is the open door, but not only the open door, but goes through the whole way until full enlightenment. Is going to be always there. That is going to be the main purpose of this meditation, moving to that direction. In this case, we start noticing our posture, where your feet are placed and your legs. Noticing the sensations on your feet and on your legs. Noticing the hands and the arms. And the place in which they are resting in this moment. Maybe your hands are together on your lap, or maybe they are over the thighs. Noticing the whole frame of the torso. And noticing the head resting on the top of the spine. And noticing the general feeling of the whole physical body in this moment, with all its components. The solid parts, the liquid parts, the heat components, the air components, and the empty spaces. Inviting the body to be in full awareness. While in stillness. Now we are going to bring our attention to the breath. That help us to have a one-pointedness awareness. When I breathe in, I know I am breathing in, and I am aware of the sensations within the nostrils when the air moves into the body. And when I breathe out, I know I am breathing out. And I am becoming aware of the sensations when the air moves out of the body. And when the air moves in, I notice that it's touching the sides of the nose, that is solid, and also becoming in contact with the moist in the nose, that is liquid, and the warmth in the nose, that is heat. And of course, the air has moved in and out. The elements are present in the breathing. And we are approaching this experience with curiosity, noticing how the body breathes itself. Naturally. When breathing in, we can notice how our chest expands, and the abdomen also expands. And when we breathe out, the abdomen deflates, and also the chest contracts. Now, in the next in-breath, I invite you to move into your own center within yourself. And from there, become aware of the whole physical body. All the atoms vibrating and molecules and all these components of our physicality with whatever sensations are present there. I notice the body and I appreciate its presence. And I am grateful for being the home to consciousness. Also from the center, I notice how the breath is moving in and out. And vitality, the prana or the chi, is expanding through the body, bringing refreshing energy and vitality, and taking away impurities, tensions with the out-breath. And I am observing that from the center. And noticing also the skin and covers the whole body. And the skin has also the ability to breathe, to maintain its flexibility. And I observe this from the center. And I become aware of feelings present in this moment in myself. Maybe there are some pleasant feelings. Maybe there are some unpleasant feelings. Or maybe there is something in between. And I am aware of them from the center. And I am noticing also sounds. Perhaps of different kind, from the external, from the outside, from the street. Or from within the house. And from within the body, perhaps. And also the silence that make possible all these sounds. Because without silence, without that kind of emptiness, sound will not be able to manifest. And also, I am aware from the center of the thinking mind. The mind creating stories. The mind that looks to the past. The mind that anticipates the future. The mind that is constantly having thoughts that come and go. And I am observing all that from the center. In stillness, without trying to interfere. just noticing. And knowing. With kindness. This is a first step that is tremendously important. In which mindfulness, this kind of awareness without making judgment, will be exploring the mysteries of being. Allowing little by little the total presence of the quiet mind. Allowing little by little the total presence of the quiet mind. Observing as a conductor of an orchestra, all the different components of our being. To finish this meditation, noticing one more time the breath. When I breathe in, I know I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I know I am breathing out. There is only one moment to be fully alive, and that is the present moment. And the practice for this week that I suggest is to try to be in the center and observe all the vehicles through the day, once in a while, sitting in the garden, or whatever thing you are doing, including being in the kitchen, doing something, stopping for a moment and observing the physical body from within, the breathing, the sensations, the feelings, the thinking mind, the stories that creates, like the conductor of an orchestra that is noticing all the instruments and all the players. And instead of being with moving the hands like that, it used allowing all those components of being human to see that they are being noticed, that the master is watching with kindness, knowing that sometimes errors are committed, sometimes, mistakes, but just observing, developing that kind of deep awareness. Okay, that is the suggestion for the week. Oh, hello, Marja. I was worried when I didn't see you at the beginning.
Yeah, we had power cuts in this side of the campus.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Any questions, anything? If not, goodbye and see you next week. Next week we will have a little more time to explore, because I want to go into the next month with this and the factors of enlightenment and visit each one of them. And mindfulness, like discernment, are both together through the whole path. Through all the stages, they are always present, always. For that reason, is considered mindfulness one of the more important, because need to be always present until the end, until the very end. Thank you, then, and see you next week. And see you tomorrow, Marja.
Fernando, can I ask one question?
Okay.
When do we start giving out affirmations that I'm not this physical body, I'm not the astral body, I'm not the lower mental body, I'm beyond the seventh, I'm boundless, I'm eternal, I'm immutable, I'm nurturing goodness.
Yeah, but we still having a physical body, we still having emotions, we'll still having all those things. Yeah, thanks to all this that we can really discover who we really are. That is and in this moment, of course, we know, as theosophists, we know that we are in the process in which the busy mind, the complicated mind, the dispersed mind is the one who is ruling. And it's very difficult to have this mind to get more quiet. And the quiet mind, the clear mind, that is what we really are, will only show up when the busy mind start to come down and start to be our servant, start to follow our own directions. We start to know the thoughts to tell us what to do, but we, from the center, tell the thoughts what we want to do. Instead of being human doers, being human beings, being in the doing, okay? Being present in the doing. And in that way, little by little, we are allowing the clear mind to become more and more present. And then compassion, wisdom, creativity, insight, intuition start to show up more and more, and see the beauty that is in every human being. And our obligation as we discover these things is to help others to discover their own beauty. Their own beauty. But if we didn't have a physical body, consciousness, we will not have a place to move in. And to be able to do all this. Yeah. I don't know if that answer or not, but you know, I work with a lot of people in hospitals, people in prisons, people in mental health institutions, helping them to help their busy mind to stop interfering, stop creating confusion, stop going in 100,000 directions. That is the task. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Fernando.
And see you next week.
See you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.